there, I'm Rog from CreativeRog.com with another Photoshop tutorial. A lot of people have asked me through Facebook, Instagram and Tumblr as a professional illustrator, graphic designer and Photoshop user, how do you do stuff like this? Because everybody these days wants to use a cartoonized image of themselves on their social media page as their cover photo or whatever. By the way, my new iPad. Anyways, now, so how do you go from this to that? Well, I'm going to show you. There are quite a few steps involved, but having said that, you're also going to have the opportunity of buying a script which allows you to basically do this in one click. So so you can go from here to here, drag the image into Photoshop, and basically select the layer, go to actions and click on it. So well, you better buy those for a couple of dollars. So I really believe that creativity should be affordable. So without further ado, let's jump straight into Photoshop, which is over here. Now, as you can actually see here, I use an app called Astropad, and I've spoken about Astropad many times, and I will be doing another video about Astropad because what it does, it basically turns your tablet, whether it's an Android tablet or an iPad, into a graphics tablet for as long as you've got pen support. But anyways, we are in Photoshop, and what we're going to do is we're going to drag across the image that we're going to work with. So that's what we're starting out with. We are in Photoshop. Okay. Now, what we do, okay, we've opened the image. Now, what we want to do is you want to duplicate the image. So you go image, duplicate it. We're going to call it main. Then what we do is we got to turn it into a smart object by clicking on this icon here. Now, turning it into a smart object will allow us afterwards to change these settings. So we've now turned it into a smart object. You can see this down here from this little icon or annotation here. Then what we do is we go to filter. We go to the filter gallery. What we want to do is we want to expand the artistic drop down, and we're going to go to poster edges. Now what I want you to do is enter 10 for the edge thickness, enter 10 for the edge intensity, and have your posterization at about 2. Now feel free to play with these settings. You know, if your posterization goes up like this or down like that, you can see what it does. So we'll just go at 2 for the time being. Same thing with the edge intensity. Now, what we are going to do with this, because I've actually done this image before, because I'm fairly dark-skinned, it brings out a lot more to splotches. So, for me, with this particular image, I will take down the edge intensity slightly. Once you've done, you click OK, and as you can see now, it sort of resembles more like a 16-bit image. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn it into a black outlined image. Now the way we do that, we go to Image, Adjustments. Now you go to your threshold, and you want your threshold level somewhere around about 49, 45, something like that. So just pull that across like that. So see what it's doing like that. So you want it somewhere around about here. See the World Gym starting to disappear now because the contrast on the photo is fairly high. So in this particular case, probably running threshold, I'd say 49. Okay, click OK. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add an oil painting effect. So we go to Filter, we go to Stylize, we go to Oil Paint. And here, the values that I seem to feel comfortable with, stylization, about 5. Cleanliness, about 2. Your scale, about 8. Your bristle detail, try about a 1 for that. And just make sure your lighting is ticked on, and you've got about -160 and 0.3 on there, so that you've got your angles okay. So you click OK. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to duplicate the original layer, which I have forgotten to import, so I'm just going to bring it in again. There's the original layer. Okay, now we duplicate that. Now you can do it up here, image, duplicate. We're going to name that color. Again, we turn it into a smart object. Now it's going to make a spare copy of it by dragging it into the little icon down here. Double click again, should be color, the name of it. Now what we do here, now first of all, we turn off the visibility of the top layer so we can see what we're doing below. So you click on the little eye icon here, turns it on and off. So we turn this off. We select color. We go to filter, filter gallery. Again, we in artistic, and again we're going to poster edges. Now what we do is we wind the edge thickness right down to 0, do the same thing of edge intensity, and leave your posterization at 2. So as you can see now, it really has a 16-bit color effect. Now what we're going to do now is we're just going to play with the image a bit more. So we go to image, adjustments, we just change the levels on this, image adjustment, levels. And what you want to do is you want to set your contrast to about 33. So just wind it up a little bit to about 33. Okay. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to soften the colors a little. So we go to filter, click on stylize, click on oil painting, enter say 5 stylization, leave it the way it is. Change your cleanliness to about 7. So wind it right up. Your scale, leave it at 8. So I like the look of it. Bristle detail 1, angle and shine. We're good to go with that. Now turn on the visibility of the main layer by clicking on the eye. So now you can see it. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the blend mode to multiply. Now the good thing about Photoshop CC 2019 is when you click on the blend modes and you hover over them, you'll actually be able to usually see what they are. So we got blend mode. Oh, we're on the wrong layer. Ha! Try that, boys and girls. Blend mode is multiply. Then what we do is we go to the layer adjustment icon. Actually, no, we don't. We do the levels up here. And you want the values, push this to about 32. And pop this to about 217. And that should give us just the right amount of effect. And that's basically it. Now you've applied a cartoon effect to a photograph. And as you can see, compared to my original one, which is this one here, it is quite a large improvement because I'm quite dark skinned. It brings out all the dark tones of the skin. So this one's a lot better. And that's a good thing also is with my automatic system. So if we just shut these down and come back, I was talking about earlier about being able to do this automatically. And you can actually do this by downloading, purchasing for just a few dollars, for less than the price of a coffee. One of my, well this particular one is called Posterize. So you select it on Actions, you hit the play button, and it does it automatically for you. So there you go, it's done it automatically. So all these steps that I've just showed you how to do, you can do with one step. Now this is epic. Now this feature is coming very soon to CreativeRog.com and all my YouTube videos which show different effects and different picture manipulations. For most of them, there will be a Photoshop action that you can purchase from me for just a few dollars. I don't believe in charging $5, $7, $10. I believe that creativity should be affordable to all. So on that note, have yourselves an awesome day. Live with passion. Stay awesome, everybody. It is a beautiful world out there, and we all deserve to be happy, creative, and prosperous. And yeah, keep on photoshopping, peoples. And get a free ticket to the gun show. There you go. Yeah. All right. Rog out. And remember to follow me on my Photoshop tutorial channel on YouTube, as well as my Facebook page. The addresses of which are appearing on the screen as we speak. Anyway, Rog out. Stay awesome, everybody.